You are listening to Let's Go JoJo, aka Talk Like an Egyptian, the weekly JoJo's Bizarre Adventure podcast from Dynamite in the Brain and Secret of the Sailor Madness. On today's show we have Anthony Askew.
Hello.
Dwayne Maloney.
Hello.
And Niall Flanagan.
Yo.
And me, Brian Smith. This week's episode, The Curse of Dio. But first, the week in JoJo's news. So, following up, I did actually manage to download the All-Star Battle demo.
Oh, yeah?
Did you, Anthony?
I didn't. My PS3 is not linked up at the moment.
Okay. Well, I beat it. I beat the demo, so it can't be that hard a game. It's a bit odd, particularly when you have to fight Gyro Zelepic, and he's riding a horse. I guess the first beat-em-up I've played where somebody's riding a horse during it.
As far as I understand it, the characters are divided into, what, vampires, ripple users, Stan users, and also Stan users with horses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of the
There's
ones
more than one?
Yeah, because the JoJo from Steel Ball Run, he also rides a horse, doesn't he? In fact, everybody in that, I believe, rides a horse.
That sounds like the best fighting game.
That is the theme of that one. It is a horse race across America. Spoiler alert for I don't know.
Come on, for me.
Decade down the line when they adapt it.
Now did you that? So you'd rate it well as
No.
beat 'em ups go. Oh, you wouldn't.
I mean, I beat it, so it can't be that good.
Yeah, it doesn't. But that doesn't mean to say it's a bad game.
Hey,
It's like the multiplayer.
you have to dash to move anywhere. Because I played as Jotaro, and his walking speed is very slow. He's taking everything very easily. But the visual style of it is very good. But I'm not a fighting game connoisseur, so who am I to judge? But for JoJo's game, yeah, it looks pretty good, and there seems to be lots of characters. And the menus are all commentated by different characters, so the main menu is done by Speedwagon.
The menu. Good. What if you hover over something, it'll say like.
Yeah, and there's one where he tells you not to click it because the guy inside that menu he doesn't trust. I can't remember who it is inside the menu, but.
That's fun. I like that.
That sounds pretty amazing.
Yeah, I maybe if it comes down to £20 at some point in the future, I might pick it up. But I wouldn't pay full price. But then I wouldn't pay full price for any beat 'em ups.
Ooh.
So the other bits of news, which came through my Google alert, on Fandom Post, there was the announcement of the home video release in Japan, begins July 30th, with 6 volumes, 4 episodes of volumes. That sounds like there are 24 episodes in this season. Yeah. So I'm guessing they're not adapting all of Stardust Crusaders straight away.
There's a few guys, the two guys fights that could come out there that aren't too interesting, like Wheel of Fortune. When they eventually fight him, it's a good gag when they get to it, but it's otherwise not too good. That's one I'd say would cover. I think.
We've heard the last seasons were kind of good for the. Oh, and now it's the training sequence, and this is going to be done over the credits. So don't worry about that. So it might do something like that, where it's just like, and then they fight some asshole.
We'll see. I guess they'll do it for multiple seasons. On Crunchyroll, there was news of Phantom Blood and Battle Tendency Rubik's Cubes.
Oh, wow. And how does that differ from a normal Rubik's Cube?
They have pictures from Phantom Blood and Battle Tendency on them.
Really?
And they cost a lot more money.
Yeah.
If you want to see something that costs a lot of money, you can get like a jewelry case. It's just like Dio's coffin.
Oh, that was my third bit of news. That was my third. You've preempted it, yes. On Anime News Network, they were reporting that Sentinel Company had made a box that resembles Dio's coffin. You can get it in 2 different colours, and it measures 7.5 inches.
Is one like all covered in?
Well, your jewellery, or possibly whenever they release the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure shoulder massager, you could store it in there as well.
Is this the one covered in like barnacles and stuff, or is this like the clean one?
It's the clean one.
It's clean.
I want the barnacles one.
I don't want any of those things.
And spell out D-I-O. That's what I want.
Oh, who would possibly buy one of
I'm
those?
going to guess you're not the target audience for
a trinket.
A Dio jewellery box.
I guess not.
Would you buy, right, a camera that you chopped in two with a karate chop and a picture of Dio came out?
Yes. Provided it was cheap.
No, it's very expensive.
Oh, well, definitely.
What was your other news, Niall?
The other thing I found was that, because it's been a popular thing lately of swapping around intro songs, is that the opening Star Wars Crusaders and the opening to Kill la Kill are kind of interchangeable, as in the opening song fits in with the animation for the other.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, I've seen a lot of those, and I think it just anime openings and the beats they have to hit all tend to be fairly similar, so a lot of them just match up.
Yeah.
Out of necessity rather than by accident.
Which Kill la Kill intro? The first or
the second one?
The second. I don't like that one as much as the first one.
I kind of like the second one a bit better, but they're both not that.
They're not that great. No.
They're okay. They aren't the worst thing I've ever heard.
They ain't no JoJo's.
No. Which is a good point too. Let's jump into what happened this week in The Curse of Dio. So, Jotaro became a teenage brain surgeon as he operated on Noriaki Kakeion. Mohammed Avdol had a flashback and talked about the charisma of Dio and confirms that Dio is pretty hot. He has a sensuality about him.
I almost didn't believe that he was a man.
We learned that if you're not a super strong, tough guy like Jotaro or Noriaki or Joseph or Mohammed, then you can be consumed by your own stand, as Holly's stand has activated, and she wasn't telling anybody that it was eating her alive.
You think they'd use her ability to look at the back of their own neck to see the stand growing out of her back? But no.
Yes, you would think that, yes. But this is the curse of Dio of the title, is that because of him attaching his head to Jonathan's body, he's activated all these stands across the world. And if you're not tough enough mentally, then this is what happens to you. So we're all very concerned. Noriaki confesses that if he ever has a girlfriend, he wants it to be just like Jotaro's mum.
Yeah, why? He goes like, "Hey, Avdol, I think Joestar's mom is pretty cool."
You literally. Now, don't take this all the wrong way, but...
Well, at least he was telling Mohammed Avdol that, not Jotaro or Joseph.
Oh, Joseph. Yeah, he'd powerbomb him if one told him that.
Well, even if I was Avdol, I'd be just like, dude, what the fuck are you telling me this? This is weird.
That's met you. Where are you?
Yeah, I was going to say, they've just met. It's definitely crazy.
So they got 50 days to save Holly, and the only way they can do this is by going and kicking Dio's ass. So they need to find Dio. Unfortunately, the photos that Hermit Purple takes... Hermit Purple's the right name, isn't it? Oh,
that's the one.
Hermit, yeah. Best name.
Takes are very dark, and it is the 80s, and polarised. That's what polarised tended to look like. But thankfully, Jotaro can amaze his friends with Star Platinum's ability to copy things.
He's such a good artist.
It's very good.
It's insane.
Lovely shading on things. It's lovingly rendered.
I mean, like, I'd like to see what he can do with more than a pencil, because, I mean, there was some chiaroscuro going on there. That should be nice.
With some watercolors, some oil paints. Man, he can kill him with his talents, you know?
He'll make your man, the pink-haired dude, his art look like a piece of shit.
He did. He really did.
So Star Platinum spots a tiny detail in the background of one of these photos and draws it, and it is a fly. Luckily, the Joestars have a extensive library.
It's like, do you guys have like it's like, oh, we have a library full of encyclopedias, it's fine.
And Mohammed Avdol looks it up and discovers that it's a fly which can only be found on the Nile. So they must go to Egypt and beat up Dio.
Well, I mean, that was quite the revelation, considering he had seen him in Egypt as well. He's in that place where I knew that he was.
Yes.
Could have told us that sooner, Kakeion. I don't know if you knew like massive head trauma there a little while ago, but still.
Yeah, both him and Kakeion actually.
Yes,
both knew
Once they got 3 clues, they've triangulated on him. They've been able to pinpoint where Dio is with those 3 points.
I met him in Egypt.
Yeah.
Oh, I also met him in Egypt. Also, this proves that he's in Egypt. Well, he must be in Egypt.
Where could he be?
They're not the brightest, are they?
No, but they're not just going to leave Holly on her own in her pain. They're going to bring in the Speedwagon Foundation's greatest doctors and nurses to look after her while they're jetting around the world, beating up stand users.
What does the Speedwagon Foundation do besides help the Joe Stars?
Well, it's better than helping the Nazis, which is what they used to do.
It's a bit of an improvement there, yeah.
I'm imagining what they do.
Like
go ahead.
Sorry, go on.
There you go.
It's a lot like, a lot of companies like today, doing stuff for the Nazis. Like, what was that fashion company? To that Dolce & Gabbana designed the SS uniforms.
Oh, Hugo Boss. It was Hugo Boss.
The boss,
Right.
even.
Yeah.
I think they're supposed to be like the Rockefeller Foundation, aren't they? And I think they got
bit of everything.
links in the background with them.
Yeah, like, he made his money as an oil baron, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, the idea of them kind of saving his mother, is that the main focus for Stardust Crusaders?
Well, that and they have to kick the shit out of Dio anyway. It just gives them a time scale to do it in.
Okay. I was just wondering if that was that's the plot point. That's what we're in.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Save my mum, save my daughter, save the woman who reminds me of a theoretical girlfriend I might have, and just kick Dio's ass because I'm friends with Joseph.
Is that Avdol?
Yes.
Input?
Well, I think he wants to kick Dio's ass because it makes him question his own sexuality.
That is true, yes. Translucent skin of Dio exudes a strange male sensuality.
It's like, Abdul, you didn't need to go into that much detail telling the lads that. Alright. Whatever you're into, man.
He's forewarning them.
I'm just saying, you guys, watch out. He's pretty hot.
Yeah, because it's got bloody JoJo's body. Of course he's hot.
Oh yeah, and also, we see that because he's got Jonathan's body, he could also create a Hermit Purple type stand, which he uses to photograph the gang.
Oh yeah. Creepy. And Joseph's even sleeping like Indiana Jones as well. He's got his hat.
Yeah,
on.
he's got that little fedora over his eyes.
Yeah, that bit's creepy.
So wait, is Dio just hiding in a darkened room so they can't take a picture of him?
It's also a vampire, so you can't go on with it.
Oh yeah, of course.
I guess.
Don't forget that.
If only he had a bottle of Raid to clear out the flies in the image as well. Never found them. Never.
But that Ray didn't exist back in the Victorian era, so he wasn't aware of its inventions.
That's true. He's not caught up to the modern day infestation clearance. What do you think about the name Star Platinum? That's what Avdol gives him with the tarot
I
reading.
think he's got the best name.
He does.
I love it.
It's definitely better than Hermit Purple, or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, I mean, the rest of them get the tarot name, which sometimes are cool. Magician's Red is pretty cool, but the rest of them just get regular colours. You know, like the spectrum of colours. But he gets platinum. Platinum's not a colour.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
But to be fair,
Better than gold.
that is the colour of his stand. So I think Mohammed Abdul's that colour part of the name is just saying what he sees.
What he looks like.
Yeah, that one is red. That one is green. That one is purple. Well, if Joe, I mean, like, oh, okay. I mean, like, maybe he's tricky with the cards and stuff, but if he pulls out a card and he also gets Magician, does that mean his one is a Magician as well? Or does he take that card out of the deck and just throw it the fuck away?
This is really weird. There's supposed to be one in each pack.
At least he's using tarot cards. It's not.
What instead of a regular deck?
Yeah, or Happy Families.
What's a Happy Families deck?
You never played Happy
that's
Families?
Dixie.
No.
Well, it's where you've got like Mr. Bun the Baker, Mrs. Bun the Baker's wife,
Right.
Master
Just gotta
Bun
make
the
sure
Baker's
that-
son,
yeah.
and so on, but with different jobs.
You could play with Monopoly boards or Cluedo.
Name
Professor
after
Plum.
streets.
Hierophant Plum. Yeah, name that.
He's pull out his like magic or something like that.
Oh, God.
I named your stand Goblin Plat.
Oh, dear.
So, I suppose the other big thing we need to talk about is we have an ending theme.
Yeah.
Actually, that
Way to hold
introduction
on
to
to
the
that
end,
is.
that the introduction to the ending where they all step out of the Jotaro, this is house, and they all put their foot out and just kind of make a pose while the music kicks in. I was like, oh, that is amazing.
So, somebody want to reveal the ending theme? I don't want to take the reins here.
Well, go on, Anthony. You can do it.
It's Walk Like an Egyptian.
Bye.
Who? Who's it by?
Bangles.
That's why I don't want to take the reins. Who's it by?
The Bangles.
Oh, okay, of course. Yeah. I'm not around from that era. Maybe I should have read up or asked anyone other than me, and then probably would have known straight away. Obviously, I know the song.
Ask your parents.
Yeah. You can see now why they're holding off on like having that at the end. Egypt before they could that song have a make sense.
Oh yeah, they've timed it perfectly.
It's like, oh, we haven't told them they're going to Egypt. Even though it's very clear they're going to Egypt.
See, the bit I want to see with it is when they start tying it into, like, they don't cut to the ending, like, visuals. They just have the song playing early. That's what I want to see, because that's when it's exciting, when they used to do that with Roundabout.
Yeah, look at that build up there before it kicks into the chorus.
Oh yeah, it's a good tune. Good tune. And I still love the intro. The intro I've watched on YouTube numerous times. It's exciting. It gets me well in the mood for them traveling the world. It's great.
It's growing on me a bit more now. It's
good. I thought you were a lost cause when you said you weren't that fond of it, but I can't wait for the silver guy, the guy with the night stand. Don't tell me his name, but he looks cool.
Well,
I think that'll be not next episode, maybe the episode after.
He's in the preview.
He's in the preview, so
Yeah.
there might be like a suggesting he's coming in. Yeah.
Yeah. His face is in shadows, but you can see his earrings.
They'll probably bring him in like right at the end of the next one.
Yeah.
Is he a good character?
He's a goofball.
Is he?
He's a lovable dope.
Okay. Well, we've got the badass in Jotaro, so I guess we don't need any more badass.
No, everyone's badass.
Need one more like stupid guy for this band of stupid guys, but this guy is like transparently stupid. So. He makes the rest of the guys look smart by comparison.
Mm.
Yeah, I was looking at IMDb, and it's surprisingly underused on soundtracks. Walk Like an Egyptian. So people mainly seem to use Eternal Flame.
Oh yeah, it's a good song. It wouldn't have applied. Well, maybe for Avdol's. Maybe they'll have it
Avdol spin-off.
Avdol, if he was the main character, then yeah.
So I guess it's a tough song to apply to everything. Walk Like an Egyptian, because it's so corny, but it works so well with this.
Well, this is so corny.
Yeah, so. Is there any other big things that it's been on?
Yeah, I was just trying to find out, but IMDb I know there's a Bangles page, but it keeps on sending me to Susanna Hoff's page. There we go. Walk Like an Egyptian, Dancing on Ice, The Good Wife episode called Bitcoin for Dummies.
Oh god.
Celebrity Big Brother. It's been on the soundtrack of Funny People. Anything else?
So there's no what was that? Gem of the Nile or Jewel of the Nile? It's not on that?
No, it doesn't. I think the Gross Point Blank, it's on that soundtrack. I imagine that's probably at their disco. Because it's an 80s. It's a school reunion disco, isn't it?
But there's nothing specifically Egyptian.
Not that I can see. No.
Oh,
This
they're
is
missing
probably
a
the
trick.
most... Oh, there's an episode of Futurama called A Pharaoh to Remember where it's used. So there you go.
Oh, yeah, that's fine then. That's fine.
But yeah, it seems mainly to have been used in like the past decade for 80s nostalgia purposes.
I just realised they didn't name Holly's stand. I guess.
I think it's too soon. Too soon. You didn't want to pick a card, Holly.
I don't think it even has a name. I think it's on the wiki. It's just called Holly's Stand.
Oh, okay.
that stand of thorns or something like that.
Yeah, it's very similar to her son's, or rather her father's, which is kind of odd.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Bunch of thorns, like.
What's your corn path hermit purple? That card's been burned.
I love the bit at the end of this, actually, as well, where they're introducing, here's all the stands, here's all their names and powers, and freaking his one is, like, spirit photos, which so far is fucking fairly useless.
It is pretty pointless. Can he generate an image of anyone? That is the question.
I think it's generating an image of the thing that he needs to do.
Okay.
It's something like that. Was that his explanation, or?
I can't remember exactly what he says.
Yeah, I feel like as well he can do it with a television as well, where he can like smack a television and for the next like 10 seconds it'll display like a spirit video. Yeah, and then TV will just like implode instead. I feel like that maybe they do it later on. That seems so clear.
Yeah, of course the wiki, yes, it does. It can do other things apart from just take psychic photos.
Thank goodness.
And apparently you can also combine it with the ripple.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything combines with the ripple.
Mm-hmm. You can do it whatever you want.
Going too deep here. I don't want to know this stuff.
Well,
yet.
I'm going into
for later.
Small details.
Okay.
Like we see him put ripple like in this episode where he like cry traps the flesh bud of Dio.
Yeah.
Destroy it.
Oh yeah.
I think I can only ripple through his like non-robot hand, right?
I would imagine so.
His left hand is the thing, isn't it? The robot hand.
We discussed it before, and like, if his hand was made out of the leg muscles so that one beetle, then it could.
Did the Nazis have access to those beetles? Because I think that's the question.
They're active in North Africa, so they could have.
Okay.
Oh dear. Anything else you want to discuss this episode?
Just kind of little kind of fun details. Like when Abdul goes into the library to find a book, rather than turn on the lights or anything like that, he just makes a little flame to read by pushing into red.
Mood light.
Or it's like when Star Platinum is like analyzing the photo, his eyes just like refocus like the repair of robot eyes, like cameras.
Actually, that bit where he's his arm around JoJo, holding the photo, and he's kind of like basically half hugging him and drawing a picture. It's just adorable.
Yeah, best friends. And it was kind of make a kind of crack shown in the kind of the visuals a little bit. It was just a little bit where they're all sitting in that sitting room, post brain surgery, just like talking about stuff, and then it's kind of panning down from the roof of the house to look inside.
Yeah, it's like a CG pan. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see everybody inside. It's just like a 2-dimensional, like flat image for a second.
Yeah, it was a pretty good episode. It seems to be, it's doing what it needs to do, set the pace, tell us where it's got to go. Bring on the fight.
It's weird actually that this episode manages to have, no fighting bits in it.
Yeah, and of course the most dangerous thing they're facing next week is that they've got on a plane with Joseph Joestar.
He's not good at those.
He's probably just glad we all discovered it in Japan, because he hated it so much.
I did like that. It's like, I don't want to sleep on the floor. It's like, well, in Japan they call me this, Dad, so you have to call me that. And he's like, no, you're Holly. I named you Holly.
Just like a little moment where he's almost again because he's calling up for her and she's not answering, and he's thinking, maybe I should just call her sick like 2 months. And he's like, nah, screw that. Holly's what I named her. Like God, I'm gonna call her that.
Did you see him
set in his ways?
When he's trying to find her, he's wearing his pajamas. He's like a blanket on his foot, like he's a baby. And his pajamas have like explosions and the purple hermit thorns on them.
Yeah,
he's got like themed pajamas. I was like, what the? Oh, he must have had those specially made. Like,
I wonder if he has like a little cutout on the arse.
No.
Oh, like it's a onesie. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Well, I'm sure they'll eventually market Joseph Joestar pajamas for you.
Oh, they did bloody Titan ones.
Did they?
I've not actually seen them. It's got is it called the Deviant Titan? The weird one?
The muscular one, yeah.
What's the colossal title? Like
Titan PJs.
The skinless body one.
Is it the one that's in armor plating, or the one where it's just like, skin and no skin?
I get the
Oh, muscular.
No, it's like the awful one.
Oh, it's the one with the, it runs weirdly.
Yeah. Oh, but it might actually be in the series itself. No, I can't.
No,
that would be just too ridiculous.
It looks ridiculous, yes.
It is, and it's horrible. But bring some JoJo's ones out, that'd be fine. It would.
Nice like Star Platinum pajamas, or some Hero Frank B pajamas.
Frank Green. Definitely not Hermit Crab. That sounds fun.
Hermit Purple.
Hermit Purple. Where'd I get that? Well, obviously where I got Hermit Crab from.
Would these pajamas have like giant shoulder pads in them? Because I think that's necessary, you know?
They'd be like the Superman ones where they have like have foam muscles in them.
Oh!
Yeah, if they were Jonathan Joe Star pajamas, they'd have no sleeves as well. Righty-ho, I think we've exhausted this week's episode, and we'll be back again next week with more Let's Go JoJo. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Well.